I'm Alex, and you're watching the MESA Sessions. Today we're here with Jonny May, an up-and-coming artist from Los Angeles, California. Jonny released his debut album, No Hard Feelings, in February of this year. He also released his newest single, Killing You Softly, last month in September. On top of that, Jonny is also a student at Cal State Northridge and a producer and engineer. Seems like you've been pretty busy. How are you, Jonny?
Doing great, Alex. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you on the show. So you released your first album this year, and you've been releasing singles since then.
Yeah.
That's really exciting. Can you tell us a little bit about the music you've been putting out lately?
Yeah, so that album, it was more experimental for me. I just wanted to explore and try to be as versatile as possible. So it's a blend of like dark R&B, alternative rock, indie pop. I just wanted to find my voice, find what genre suits me. And these singles recently, especially with my most recent single, Killing You Softly, I feel like it's more R&B than anything. I feel like R&B is just where I'm sat right now.
Do you have a favorite song from the album?
Favorite song from the album? That's hard. That's really hard. I want to say either You're All I Want with my friend Sky or Isabella, for sure.
You had some great tracks on that album.
Thank you. Thank you.
So now I want to ask some questions to kind of get to know you as an artist.
Mhm.
How would you describe your musical style? Are there any genres that you gravitate towards?
Um, More alternative than anything. I find myself enjoying writing alternative R&B and alternative rock, pop, all that. I just feel like my voice suits those genres more. More, yeah.
For sure. If you had to describe your sound in one word, what would that word be?
Probably passionate. Very passionate about my music.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
And if you had to pick one artist who's your biggest inspiration, like as a role model, who would that be?
Mm, Probably The Weeknd, just because of his ability to write catchy melodies and choruses, something that I really want to do with my music. So, yeah.
Great. And when did you realize that being an artist was your calling?
Um, that's something that it's kind of difficult to answer, at least for me, because, I'm at a point where, I see the growth in terms of like listeners and, the audience and, people supporting me. I see the growth in that. But, as a musician, any musicians, you know, or all musicians, they think like, is this really a reliable job in the future? Is this really good for a career? So I guess that's something that I'm constantly battling with, internally, but I'm very passionate about this and I feel like I can make it pretty far.
Awesome. What do you hope listeners will take away from your music?
That I'm just like everyone else, have the same experiences. I'm not anybody special. I just take my thoughts and write it in a song just to clear my head. Music is more like a therapy session for me.
Yeah, for sure. What usually inspires you to write a new song? Do you ever have something happen and you're like, I need to write a song about that?
Yeah, I usually just dig deep because I've been through a lot. It's all relationships really. So I kind of dig deep. I think about like how I felt and what genre like of music fits that vibe. Or if it's not that, I usually just listen to a song, and if I like the structure of that song, I usually just base my next song off of that. And I just, it's something that's so easily done for me. I could just write a song in like maybe an hour just because of how simple that process is.
So you mentioned genre. How would you say like you were saying, like the emotion or the topic of the song informs like how you write it?
Um, so for example, like R&B, like it could be depending on like the sound or like even the chord progression, like depending on that, you can determine whether it's sad, happy, or based off that, you could write on any past experiences. Maybe like, let's say you found the love of your life or you lost the love of your life, either one, but you could talk about an experience that you had with them. Maybe like you went to the beach, you could write a song about, you know, that day specifically, how you felt during that day. It's something like that. That's what, that's what the process looks like.
Awesome. On a more technical level, when
Mhm.
you start writing a song, is there any particular part that you start with? Do you like to write lyrics first or like chord progression, beats, that sort of thing?
Yeah. I know a lot of people that write their lyrics first, and I don't know how they do that honestly, because I'm always listening to the beat first. I always make the beats first. I start with the drums, then I lay down the bass line, and based off of that, I kind of sing along with the beat in a way, um, as if I'm going, head to head with the beat, trying to like match its vibe.
Mhm.
Um, so then I start with the beat, then I write the lyrics, and then I record.
Awesome. And then you're a producer and engineer as well.
Mhm.
Do you do all this the whole production process yourself for all your music?
Not all my music. There are songs that I've leased, um, and I feel like on 5 songs on my recent album, those are made by me. The rest are all leased, but I'm trying to put out more songs that are actually produced by me, just because I want to challenge myself in terms of production.
Great. Do you have a song of yours that you've written that you feel best encapsulates you as an artist? Like if someone was wondering what does Jonny May sound like, you would send them to that song.
That's really hard for me to answer because I'm constantly jumping through genres in each of my singles and each of my songs. But something like the one song that I'm really really passionate about and I really love is my song Isabella. Isabella is like genuinely, like, it's so raw. The beat's raw. Everything about it is just so powerful.
Awesome. And the link to that song will be in the description.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite lyric from your songs that you've written?
Favorite lyric? Mm, I want to say I get it goes hand in hand with like my favorite part of a song. In my song "Love You Like I Do," um, that song is more folk, like kind of like a sadder folk song. And the way I wrote the lyrics, I wrote it in a way that really flows with the beat, and then the chorus just it hits you harder because you have that little pause to really take in what I just said. The chorus is one of my favorite things in the world for that song.
And what are the words in the chorus in that one?
Um, because he wouldn't be flying to you if he were in my shoes, because he just don't love you like I do. And then it's just me humming and repeating, he don't love you like I do. It's you'd have to listen to the song. I can't really replicate it right now.
For sure. Next up, we have Jonny performing his original song, Aunque Me Muero, for us live in the studio. Before we cut to the performance, can you tell us a little bit about that song?
Yeah. So that song, so the way it all started, I told my ex-girlfriend, while I was dating her, that I would write a song for her and, playing the guitar, but I didn't play the guitar. I didn't know how to play the guitar. And, after we broke up, I was in this deep state of depression. I really just wanted her back more than anything. But I figured, I'd keep my promise. So I learned the basic chords of the guitar and I ended up, recording that song for her. And in the lyrics, in the chorus, Aunque Me Muero means even if I die, right? So it was me saying, even if I die, I'll always love you. I'll always have that special place in my heart for you.
I really enjoyed how you mixed English and Spanish lyrics in this song. What inspired you to do that with this piece?
Um, my parents, honestly, they're really like they're really, I guess, they nag me about how they want me to sing more songs in Spanish, because it would make them happy. But I'm not really the best Spanish speaker, so I figured, why not just compromise in writing a song that I want to write while adding Spanish elements in it.
Awesome. And now we have Jonny performing Aunque Me Muero.
Lost in your smile, 'cause I'm in denial, my love. I flew many miles across broken tiles above. Am I just not good enough for you? Bottles and bottles of Donu. Down, down I go. Down, down I go. Pero aunque me muero, siempre te voy a amar. me muero, siempre te voy a amar. I know it's over. Sent a text to your number y ninguna respuesta. Ya no me tienes confianza. Am I just not good enough for you? Bottles and bottles of Donu. Down, down I go. Down, down I go. Pero aunque me muero, siempre te voy a amar. Pero aunque me muero, siempre te voy a amar.